Hi, you will see today this air data computer. The reference is D11731TH. This thing was designed by Penny and Giles and manufactured in the UK. So there is on the front the static and pitot input pressures. There is also a circular connector, the typical avionics connector. And we can see some information about this thing. The altitude range is minus 1,000 feet to 20,000 feet. So obviously this thing is expected to be used in an helicopter. And the indicated airspeed ranges from 35 to 180 knots. So we have on the left the capsule assemblies, one for the altitude on the left here, and the second one for the airspeed. And we have on the right probably a box which contains the electronic boards and maybe the power supply also. So we have also a document attached to this device. So this thing is unserviceable. So it is interesting because it is unserviceable because of the lack of the maintenance history. So this thing probably works, but it was rejected because the document was lost probably. So the document is called F731. Today we will do a teardown of this thing, and in the second episode I will try to get it work, with or without reverse engineering. It will depend on the complexity of this thing. So first let's open this thing to see what is inside, as usual. I will start with the electronic side. This is very interesting. I will try to zoom in. So there is something interesting and not common. This is probably a servo control here. And there are two electronic boards. So there is on the first board the power supply, probably, because we have 4 filtering capacitors here, a diode bridge, and this is a Zener diode. We have one op-amp, 741, one transistor, a 2N1711, a classic NPN transistor, and we have other op-amps here, 741, we have one here, another one here, another one. So we have 4 op-amps on this board, and a few transistors, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 2 relays and 1 transformer for the power supply. So the date code of this thing is 83. So we have this interesting thing, which is servo control, with this is a potentiometer, obviously, and we have here probably an AC motor, yes, because we have also these capacitors. So when you have a capacitor like that close to a motor, so this is an AC motor, in order to have 90 degrees phase shift for the reference winding of the AC motor. So we have one capacitor of 1.5 microfarad, and the second one is 0.33 microfarad. So this thing is interesting. Probably this servo control is used for the hold altitude, or maybe also for the airspeed. I have already seen 1 or 2 times this kind of arrangement. This is generally used in order to hold a value. Generally the servo control is connected to the measurement system of the airspeed or the altitude. In normal mode, the angular position of the servo control actually depends on the altitude or the airspeed, and when we want to hold the value, the motor is disconnected from the servo control, and in this case the shaft is held also because it cannot move anymore, and in this case the value which is present on the whipper of the potentiometer represents the value of the altitude or the airspeed which was present just before holding the value. And in this case it is possible to perform a relative measurement by subtracting the value of the sensor of the airspeed or the altitude by the value of the potentiometer, and this is used for the autopilot in order to maintain a given altitude or a given airspeed. So it is maybe something like that, but I'm not sure. But as obviously there is nothing which is mechanically connected to this servo control, this is probably something like that. This is called the mechanical servo module. And we can see that we have another board here with also a power supply with more or less the same parts, a Zener diode, a diode bridge, and a few filtering capacitors. And there are also a few op-amps. And there is another transformer. I don't know if you can see in the camera. So there is two power supplies, one for the altitude and one for the airspeed. Okay, so let's remove the cover of one capsule assembly. For example, this one. These two capsule assemblies should be identical, except that for the altitude one, the capsule is evacuated. For the airspeed system, the pitot pressure is fed into the aneroid capsule. Otherwise, they are absolutely identical, normally. Okay, so let's see if we can remove this thing. Now you can see that this thing is beautiful, and the result are potentiometers. Okay, so this is a very classic system. I expected to find a servo control inside, but actually it is not the case. It seems that this thing is totally a passive system. So the capsule expansion permits to move the whipper of these two potentiometers. It is possible that these tracks were modified in order to have a linearization of the result. As you can see that they are more or less identical, this one and this one. There is a counterweight here, which permits to balance the weight on the other side. And there are also these resistors, which permits probably to calibrate the sensitivity of these things. I don't know why there are two potentiometers on this thing. This is the schematics of the capsule assembly. There are two potentiometers of 1.5 kilo ohms and one resistor on each side of the potentiometer in order probably to calibrate this thing. So the value is close to 100 ohms on one side, and the other side there is a resistor of 75 ohms and 160 ohms for this one. Let's have a look on the servo control stuff. Normally we should find only a reduction gear in between the motor and the potentiometer. There is another screw, but which seems difficult to access. Okay, so as expected, there is only a reduction gear between the motor, so we can see the motor with a small pinion. So when you have a small pinion like that, it is obviously a motor. It cannot be a synchro or a resolver. It is a motor. There are different materials. This one seems plastic or something like that. I cannot see. Okay, so this is servo control. So obviously this is done only to store a value. So probably one relay is used to disconnect the motor. The potentiometer is a helipot from Beckman Instruments Incorporated. The value is 5K. The value 0.25 is probably the linearity of the potentiometer. This was the first episode of this AirData computer. Next time I will do a reverse engineering of these boards, and after that it should be possible to make it work. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.